When you think of the Houston Oilers, who's the first player that comes to mind? I would say for the majority of NFL fans, Earl Campbell would be the player, one of the best power backs in NFL history. Now, Earl Campbell didn't have a longevity like Walter Payton or Emmitt Smith. His peak, though, was very impressive. Right away, Earl Campbell became a superstar. He entered the league better than most running backs. I don't think any player in Oilers history and Titans history has peaked higher than Earl Campbell. 1978 to 81, no running back did just as much. His first 4 seasons were for sure something special. 1978 to 81, per season he averaged 1,614 rushing yards, 4.6 yards per carry, 11 rushing touchdowns, most rushing yards, yards per carry, and rushing touchdowns in that 4-season span. His rookie season, he proved he was worthy of being a number 1 overall pick. 1978, 1,450 rushing yards, 13 rushing touchdowns. On November 20th, 1978, Monday Night Football, he has a historical performance, 199 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. This is arguably the greatest performance on Monday Night Football by a running back. The Oilers went 10-6 and reached the playoffs for the first time since 1969. I doubt Oilers would have reached the playoffs if Earl Campbell wasn't as good as he was. Earl Campbell won Offensive Player of the Year. 1979 was a better season. After having a phenomenal rookie season, he decided he wanted to get better, and that's what he did. 1,697 rushing yards, 4.6 yards per carry, 19 rushing touchdowns. 11 of the games, he rushed for at least 100 yards, led the league in both rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. Oilers went 11-5. Earl Campbell carried the Oilers that season. If it wasn't for him, Oilers probably wouldn't even have half of those wins. He won MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. After that season, there was no denying he was the best player. The next season, 1980, another fantastic season. 1,934 rushing yards, 5.2 yards per carry, 13 rushing touchdowns, 200 plus rushing yards 4 times that season, which is the most. Led the league in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. Offensive Player of the Year for the 3rd consecutive season. Probably should have gotten the MVP award. Oilers went 11-5. Earl Campbell was still holding the crown as the best player. 1981 was a solid season, not as good as his first 3 seasons. 1,376 rushing yards, 3.8 yards per carry, 10 rushing touchdowns. Selected as a Pro Bowl, didn't make the All-Pro team like he did his first 3 seasons. Oilers went 79 and missed the playoffs. The rest of Earl Campbell's career wasn't the best. 1982 to 85, he only averaged 737 rushing yards per season. Earl Campbell will be known as a running back that dominated the league in that 4-season stretch, 78 to 81. So how good was Earl Campbell during his peak? He was really good. In the late 70s and early 80s, the only running back that was just as good as Earl Campbell was Walter Payton. 1978 to 81, 31 games with 100 plays were huge, which was a big reason why he was so good during his peak. Great combo of speed and power. Oftentimes, multiple defenders had to take him down. A nice stiff arm, the most exciting player to watch. When talking about peak performance, Earl Campbell is at the top of the list among all running backs. Speed, power, and agility. Earl Campbell had all 3 of those. It's rare for a running back to have all 3. Most running backs don't dominate like what Earl Campbell did 1978 to 81. So that'll be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, and if you enjoy my content, subscribe.